It is a beautiful, sunny Sunday afternoon here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh as we get ready to wrap up the final quarter of the 2019 NFL season. We have the 11-1 Albuquerque Vipers facing off against the lowly 4-8 Pittsburgh Steelers. A little bit of a lull this season, but that is not stopping the media from predicting a Steelers victory. Looking at their numbers, their defense is pretty good. The offense not so great. Part of that has to do with Andrew Hester. In his first year, the former Broncos quarterback has been a little underwhelming. 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions at this point of the season already. They did use their first-round pick on a running back, Roman Howard. They're going to fake the give to him right here. And Howard has a man wide open downfield. Or not Howard, but Hester. Here goes Taylor trying to get to Dockett, and he finally does. But Ben Dockett, the tight end, gives them goal to go. And then Roman Howard is going to get shifty into the end zone for the Steelers touchdown. He is the current Offensive Rookie of the Year favorite. Here's a look at your 5-time MVP Orlando Cross, 28 touchdowns to 12 interceptions at this point of the season. He's going to hand this one off to Deron Daniels, and the second-year running back picks up 4 yards. Faced with an early third down, Cross is going to throw into coverage. He's going to be intercepted by Grant Chrisman, and that's going to set up Pittsburgh with some phenomenal field positioning on this next drive. The Vipers defense looking to hold them to a field goal now, taking a shot to the end zone. It's going to be up top and caught by the veteran receiver, Roscoe Wilson, testing that one-on-one coverage, and Hester got the matchup that he liked. Very quickly, this is looking like it's going in Pittsburgh's way. And as we saw in the last episode, Cincinnati looked unstoppable against this Vipers defense, and a lot of it had to do with a quick start that they got. We cannot put ourselves in that same situation yet again. Cross under center. He's going to drop back to throw to the left side. He's got Jimmy Andrews, the fourth-year receiver out of Notre Dame, is spinning around and able to pick up the first down for Albuquerque, getting us just across midfield. Here's Daniels, the running back, going to take that one up the gut for a pickup of 4, leading to third down. Cross has all day in the pocket to throw, rolling to his right, directing traffic downfield, but it's going to be knocked away before he can find his tight end, Vaughn Lewis. It's 4th and 6, just across midfield, too far for field goal range though. We're going to be going for it. Cross under pressure, throws it up for grabs, and Darius Floyd, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, is unable to come down with that one, and the Steelers' great first quarter continues. Pass is going to be caught by Leon over the middle there, Rashad Leon, as Andrew Hester, who threw that missile, is going to have to check out of the game. So Alan Thomas, who has gotten a little bit of playing time, is back in. He was the first overall pick back in 2014, and while he did lead the Steelers to a lot of wins, his stats were not too impressive, which did lead to them getting a new quarterback, thinking that maybe they could do better, but I think they might have messed up the system they had going. He's looking to convert on third down here, Fannin with the pressure, but it's not going to matter. Ben Dockett coming up with another huge reception for the Steelers offense. Last play of the quarter, it's a toss play for Roman Howard, looking for the corner. He makes the safety Vince Taylor look silly, and Maurice Sanders tackles him into the end zone. What a first quarter for Pittsburgh. We cannot fall behind like we did against Cincinnati. We started off that game down 17-0, and this is even worse, and we're in hostile territory. Vaughn Lewis with the reception, a tackle is missed. He's going to pull out this stiff arm, and they finally get to him at the 45-yard line. Cross is going to take the snap here over the middle. Darius Floyd, the veteran, he's going to pick up a first down for Albuquerque. Now faced with a 3rd and 6. Cross thrown over the middle, caught by Vaughn Lewis. Ball's on the ground. Luckily, he's there to recover his own fumble. Again, going to the passing game. Cross has Jimmy Andrews wide open in the end zone, and it's right off of his hands. That is not a pass that you can drop, especially when we're trying to lead an early comeback here, but maybe it's not going to matter. Deron Daniels to the end zone, untouched for a Vipers touchdown, finally getting us on the board. Toss play to the right here for Roman Howard. Gets away from the initial contact, but brought down for a loss of 4. That's going to lead to a 3rd down and long. Thomas able to find his man, Rashad Leon there, luckily taken down shy of the first down, and we're going to force a Steelers punt. Cross and the offense back out here on the field. He's going to fire that one over the middle to the rookie, Brian Moore, and that's going to get us out across the 20-yard line, as they did have a pretty good punt on that last drive that pinned us pretty far back. We have a Pittsburgh injury on this play, and it is Tiny Keys, the star middle linebacker, really the linchpin of this Pittsburgh defense, and that is not something they want to see. Jimmy Andrews takes a nasty hit after making that reception, but he holds onto the football and moves the chains. Now cross looking to the left side again. This time it's Brian Moore getting us into Steelers territory as we get an update on their linebacker. He will be returning to the game shortly. Cross rolling to his right. He's got his running back here. No block, but it doesn't matter for Andrews. A tackle is missed, and he's going to get brought down just shy of the red zone. Faced with a 3rd down and 6, looking for the conversion, and he's got it. The rookie out of Portland State continues to come up clutch in the second half of the season. Goal to go now, 20-some seconds left, and again, Jimmy Andrews in the red zone can't hang on. 3rd down and goal. Cross has got time, rolling to his right, looking for Brian Moore, but he ran out of real estate, could only get 1 foot inbounds, and we're going to bring out Brian Koch for this field goal attempt, which is going to keep it a 2-possession game as we go into halftime. Luckily, we do get the football to start off the 3rd quarter of play, so we can make this a 1-possession game here shortly. Finally, Jimmy Andrews able to hang on. That's what I was going to say until the ball got punched out there. He has been suffering a lot of drops today at Heinz Field. Pass over the middle is going to be caught by Von Lewis on 3rd down, and that is why we have the big 6'8" tight end on this team to go up and get those jump balls. After a holding call, we pick up a few yards there. It's now 3rd down and 13. Cross throws into a crowd, and he's going to be intercepted for the 2nd time today. Skip Caruffle coming up with a big play for Pittsburgh, and it's looking like the comeback chances of the Vipers continue to go down. Here's Roman Howard, the rookie, getting busy on the ground, and there's a reason he is the favorite to win the Rookie of the Year award. They give it to him again, and again, he rips off a nice chunk of yards, setting up 3rd down and manageable. Thomas over the middle, and he's lucky he wasn't picked off by our rookie out of Montana, the linebacker Tommy Wynn. Luckily for Pittsburgh, they are still able to kick a field goal and make this a 14-point game. Looking to avoid going 3 and out on the ensuing drive. Cross is going to throw that one up to Von Lewis, and he comes down with another 3rd and long conversion. And off to Deron Daniels. He's going to fall forward and pick up a solid gain. And for the 2nd time in this one, Tiny Keys is going to have to check out of the game. And that again is a blow for Pittsburgh. Here's Rondell Vickers, have yet to call his name today. He's going to fight forward and pick up the 1st down as we look to hurry things up now. Cross looking to throw, firing that one to the left side. Caught by Vickers, but out of bounds. 2nd down and 10 now. Cross dropping back to throw. Pressured and dropped. The offensive line has done a phenomenal job at protecting him this season, but not on that play. 3rd and 17 after the sack. Cross rolling to his right. He's got a man open. It's Brian Moore, and at least someone on this Vipers team knows how to catch. Cross looking to throw into the flat. Again, it's his running back, Deron Daniels, picking up a solid gain, and that's going to bring us into the 4th quarter of play where Von Lewis is making catch after catch. I should say just for receivers. Lewis has been great. It's really just been Jimmy Andrews that has been struggling today. Heck, even Vickers is making catches out here. That's a pickup of 6. Crossfiring that one to the right side. Ooh, threading that needle to Darius Floyd. That's a tough pass to make. He's going to set up goal to go. Throwing this one on the move now. It's Floyd again coming down with the reception, and that's going to get us inside of the 5. 3rd down. Cross. Flush to his left here. He's got a running lane, and he's going to take it. Touchdown. Albuquerque Vipers, and we're pulling within 7 with just over 7 minutes left to go. Howard in the backfield. They're going to feed him the football again. He goes up the middle and picks up 7 yards on the play. A lot of good young running backs in the league right now. Pass is going to be caught by Dockett. The tight end gets across the 30-yard line and picks up a 1st down for Pittsburgh. Handoff is going to go to Howard, and again, he's picking up a good gain. And in this second half of the season, this Vipers run defense has not looked very good, but they do come up with the stop on 3rd and 1 as the Steelers went with the play fake. The pressure forced them to throw the ball away, and we have a chance to go downfield and tie up this ball game. Handoff is going to go to Deron Daniels. No reason to abandon the ground game, especially since the 2nd-year tailback has been performing so well today. Cross is going to fire this one deep over the middle. Brian Moore hangs on to it, and he gets us out to the 35. Again, faced with a 3rd and 6. We've had a lot of those today. Cross rolling to his right. He's got a running back open, but he threw it way too late. He's going to be intercepted by Glenn. If he had thrown that a second or two sooner, would have been a huge play. Heck, maybe even a touchdown. Instead, Pittsburgh is looking to put this one away. Howard continuing to break off 5 yards at a time, and if we want any chance left in this game, we cannot be giving those up. Luckily, there's a flag on the play. Jason Peters got caught with holding. So instead of a first down, it's 2nd and long. Howard's going to pick up a lot of that lost yardage to make it 3rd and 11. Now they're going to give it to the fullback. He's going to try to fight his way up the middle, but we wrestle him down before he can reach the first down marker. So now Orlando Cross has just under a minute and a half to go downfield and tie up this ball game. Nice throw on the move there to Deron Daniels. Ball's on the ground, but luckily we are able to recover it yet again. Looking to get into Pittsburgh's side of the field. Now Cross taking a shot deep, looking for Jimmy Andrews. And finally, he's able to bring this one in shy of the end zone. But that's okay, because that means we can bleed off a little bit of clock and hopefully force overtime. We don't get in on the fullback dive, but Vickers is able to fight his way in for 6. And we are all tied up at 24. Pittsburgh just looking to take this one to the break. Howard's going to spin out of a tackle. A terrible angle is taken by the safety. No, I thought we were going to have overtime. Instead, the defense collapses on the final play of the game. That is unbelievable for Roman Howard's biggest play. And the Steelers, the 4-8, now 5-8 Steelers, hand us our 2nd loss of the season. And that is just unacceptable. Similar to the game against Cincinnati, Orlando Cross didn't play great, especially in the first half. No touchdowns and 3 interceptions is ugly, and we're probably lucky to even have been in that game till the very end. Deron Daniels had 65 yards and a score. In fact, all 3 of our touchdowns came on the ground. Receiving numbers were okay, but Jimmy Andrews, yes, he redeemed himself with that big play to force overtime essentially, but those 3 drops were very costly. The defense actually played really good in the second half, only giving up 3 points until obviously the very end with that long run after the first quarter, of course. Looking at some other games this week, the San Francisco 49ers put on a licking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and they're trying to make a playoff push. This game was in prime time for some reason. I don't know who put this on Sunday Night Football, but our rivals, the Arizona Cardinals, are now not in possession of the first overall pick. Looking at a game up in the AFC North, you have the Cleveland Browns falling to the Baltimore Ravens, where we will be traveling for our next game, and the media is predicting another win by our opponent. They do not believe in us down the stretch right here, and honestly, I can't blame them after our game against Cincinnati and the game we just had in Pittsburgh. Glenn Payton is the quarterback. He's been their quarterback since about 2016, and he's taking a shot deep on this first play. It's going to be caught by Hakeem Morton. The veteran receiver gets them in the Vipers territory already, and that pass does get him over 1,000 yards. He had 978 coming into this game. He is one of the best wide receivers in the league, looking his way again, but he runs out of real estate. 3rd down and 8. Peyton looking to go to the end zone yet again. Caught by Tim Hansen, but out of bounds. The young receiver unable to get both feet in, but the Ravens are challenging the ruling on the field. They think he got both feet in. As I look at that replay, I don't think that right foot was in bounds. Apparently the ref saw something different though, because they're going to be giving them the score. Another game where it's not the best start for Albuquerque. Cross is going to fire this one over the middle, and nice catch made there by Jimmy Andrews. Hopefully he can have a better performance today than he did against Pittsburgh. Here's Deron Daniels to the left side. He's going to break out of the tackle and get no open space. Albuquerque starting off this one with a bang. Big run there by Deron Daniels, showing that power and his ability to stiff arm. Brian Campbell out of South Carolina is also a great running back for the Ravens, and he has been for a number of years now, one of the best running backs in the league. Former New Orleans Saint picks up a first down. Peyton's going to fire that one to the left side, caught by Tim Hansen. He's in open space. A tackle is missed, and I don't think Sanders is going to catch him. He does, but not until he's able to fall across the plane into the end zone, and the former 3rd overall pick has 2 scores already, and we're only 5 minutes into this one. Handoff to Rondell Vickers, picks up 5, and tack on a 5-yard face mask. It's going to be 1st down and 1. Pass is going to be caught by Darius Floyd. Floyd turning this one upfield, down the right sideline, brought down into Ravens territory at about the 34-yard line. Play fake for Cross. Now he's going to dump this one off to Vaughn Lewis, and the big tight end is going to spin near the first down marker. They're not going to give it to him, though. It's 3rd and inches. We're going to give it to Ron White, and the fullback converts. Handoff to Vickers. Now he's going to try to cut this one back inside, and that's a solid play of about 5 yards. On 2nd down, it's going to be a quick throw, caught by Brian Moore in traffic, and that is the 2nd career touchdown for the young man, tying this game up at 14. Glenn Payton going down on the play. It's Daryl Fannin having a phenomenal season as he gets another sack. 2nd down and long, and way to just negate the effect of the sack on 1st down. Tim Hansen is already over the century mark, and it's not even the end of the 1st quarter, and this Vipers team is just continuing to struggle, especially in the first half of games. Glenn Payton able to get that throw out despite the pressure. It's going to be caught by John Mitchell, who gets them into our territory. Play fake, now looking Mitchell's way again. He's got the reception, and yet another Baltimore 1st down. Looking to get a stop on 3rd and 8. He had a man open downfield, but the pressure was too much, forcing the incomplete pass, and instead of attempting about a 50-yard field goal, they opt to punt the football instead, but maybe that's because how good their defense is playing right now, coming up with a big sack. 3rd down and 18. Orlando Cross is going to be pressured to his left, but he's got an open running lane. He doesn't have the wheels he used to have, but when you give him that much space, he's going to take it. I bet Tom Brady could have ran for that one if he wanted to. Now Daniels loses the football. It's on the ground and recovered by Baltimore. So yes, their defense gives up the 3rd and 18, but it doesn't end up mattering. And what another reception there by Tim Hansen on the left side. He is just destroying Maurice Sanders right now, and we might have to put someone else on him as now our run defense is struggling and our defense as a whole is struggling, giving up 21 points already, just like we did against Pittsburgh. Here's a nice run by Rondell Vickers. He's going to pick up a 1st down and a little bit more after that. Give him a little bit of a breather. Deron Daniels looking to break off another big run. Not quite like his last one, but he does pick up a 1st down and about 15 yards. Cross under a little bit of pressure. Gets it out to Burt Myers, and the 2nd-year receiver is going to get near that 1st down marker. 2nd and 3 following his blockers, and he's able to spin over the 1st down marker and move the chains. Now we're going to fake the give to him. Cross is under pressure though, and he's going down. Did not run away from that run there. He just took the sack. It's 3rd and 19. Cross looking to throw again, rolling right into a sack yet again, back-to-back sacks, and Rashard Watkins, one of the best defensive linemen in the league, is making his effect known today. Under 2 minutes left to go in the half, and wide open downfield. It is their tight end, Tariq Small, or no, that's not his name. I don't got his first name on me right here, but the former 1st-round pick tight end Small comes up with a big play, and Tim Hansen again burns Maurice Sanders. We got to put Justin Williams on him. I wanted to put Darren Gordon on him, but since he's a little banged up, even though he is playing in the game, it wouldn't let me. But I mean, anyone can do better than what Maurice Sanders has been doing right now. 1 minute left in the half. Pass to the end zone is going to be caught. Hansen looking for a 3rd touchdown. Not able to get it there, but he does get them down to the goal line. Play fake now, and why not just give it to Campbell? Yet again, they faked the give to him and then found him in the end zone for pay dirt. Down by 14, but Cross has a man open downfield. Jimmy Andrews burnt the coverage. He's got the reception inside of the 20, stumbles after breaking out of the tackle, and brought down at about the 6-yard line right there, and the clock is ticking with 20 seconds left to go. Cross looking to run for his 2nd touchdown in as many weeks. He dives across the plane, and the Vipers are going to make this a 7-point game at halftime. Albuquerque once again gets the football to start off the 2nd half of play. Daniels making the 1st man miss and picking up 5 right there. Looking for the 3rd down conversion. Cross is going to throw that one into traffic, and I don't know what he was looking at on that one there, but it's going to be picked off by Baltimore, and they have a chance to go up by 2 possessions. Here's Brian Campbell on the run to the right side. He's going to pick up a few yards there, leading to 3rd down, where they're going to give it to him again. Spins off of a tackle, runs over another man, and picks up a 1st down. Justin Williams, who we just placed on Tim Hansen, he was doing a good job. Notice how you hadn't heard his name in a minute? Well, now he's out of the game, and now the ball is on the ground. Maybe it won't matter. Great play made there. Javon Anthony jumping on top of the fumble, but the Ravens, again, for the 2nd time today, are going to be throwing the challenge flag. It looks to me as if the ball does come out here before Campbell, either his knee or his elbow, something like that is on the ground. Again, the refs see something that I don't see, and they reverse the play. 2nd down and 8. Pass is going to be caught by Tariq Smith, and that's going to be 1st down and goal now for Baltimore. Looking to punch this one into the end zone. Campbell is in there yet again for his 3rd total touchdown today. Baltimore is just seemingly pouring it on. Can our offense keep up and try to lead a comeback? We tried against Cincinnati. It didn't work. Can we do it here against Baltimore? We still have a 1/4 left. Cross rolling to his right, connecting with his running back, Deron Daniels, down the right side and taken down at the 35. And as we get an update on Justin Williams, he bruised his ribs and will be out for the remainder of this one. Cross moving to his left. He's going to take a shot deep, looking for his running back, but the DB gets that back there to break that one up. 3rd down and 10 now. Cross rolling to his right. He's got Deron Daniels open. Doesn't wait too long to throw it to him, but he doesn't get both feet in bounds there, or at least the refs didn't think he did, and that's going to end in a Vipers punt. Now wide open downfield is Tim Hansen, and you see who's on him. It's number 22, Justin Williams, or not Justin Williams, but Maurice Sanders. I wish it was Justin Williams on him. Sanders gives up yet another touchdown. I didn't run commit or anything. He just bit so hard on the play fake. And he is in the doghouse right now because he might be single-handedly costing us this game. Nice snag by Brian Moore out at the 35 now. He's going to the right side again. This time it's Darius Floyd around midfield. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Jimmy Andrews is open on the drag route. He's going to take this one upfield and pick up a Vipers 1st down. Cross dropping back to throw yet again. Over the middle, it's a Darius Floyd. He's going to get us inside of the red zone. Again, very pass happy, but we're down by a lot right now. Pass is going to be caught by Brian Moore. The rookie gets us inside of the red zone. Now it's going to be goal to go. Pass is going to be caught by Deron Daniels, and he is in the end zone, making this a 14-point game yet again. 4th quarter of play, and Fannin gets his 2nd sack of the game. Glenn Payton goes down. 3rd and long. They're going to give it to Campbell, but at this point on any play, I do not trust our run defense after how that Pittsburgh game ended. 8.5 minutes left in this one. Cross rolling to his right. Doesn't really have anyone to work with. The receivers all come back to his side of the field. Myers goes down and gets that one. Dropping back to throw yet again. He's looking over the middle for Jimmy Andrews. He's going to take this one upfield and get to the 50. 1st and 10 now, fresh out of downs for Albuquerque. Cross is going to pump fake and be taken down for what I think is the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th time today. This Ravens defense has been bullying our offensive line unlike really anyone else has done today, or throughout the season, I should say. Pass is going to be caught by Deron Daniels on that right side, and he's going to pick up all that yardage we lost on the sack. 3rd down, sidearm pass to Jimmy Andrews. He turns it upfield, picks up a 1st down, but he's slow to get up, grabbing at his right arm or shoulder, it looks like, and he's going to have to check out of this one. Cross. Got a clean pocket over the middle. It's Brian Moore. The rookie's going to go upfield, and he may have to step up now with the absence of Jimmy Andrews for the rest of this one. Again, Cross has got a clean pocket. Not for long. He gets hit, but still able to get the ball out. Burt Myers is in the end zone, and just like that, it is a 7-point game after we were down by 21 not too long ago. You've got to be kidding me. We forced the fumble, but John Mitchell scoops it up, takes it upfield, and heck, I'm just glad it wasn't a touchdown as we get the stop on this 3rd down. What a tackle by Javon Anthony. That leaves Orlando Cross with 2 minutes to lead a game-tying drive, and Burt Myers down the left sideline. How huge has he been the last couple of drives now? And that might be the last we see from him today. He gets tackled awkwardly there and has to limp off of the field. Deron Daniels going to take this one up the middle, showing off a little bit of strength right there as he gets tackled near the 1st down marker. Looks like Myers should probably return in this one, but we are nearing the end of regulation. Here's a run by Vickers, picking up a 1st down under a minute left to play. Cross to the left side, he's got Brian Moore. The rookie continues to show off today. Almost 30 seconds left to go now. Cross in the flats, going to be caught by Von Lewis, tackled into the end zone for 6, and the Vipers have come clawing their way back into this one, 42 apiece now. We just cannot give up a big run here at the end of regulation. Campbell trying to get shifty. Luckily, we do make the tackle, and that will force overtime at 42 apiece. Down at the coin toss, Vipers go with heads. They win the coin toss, and obviously they choose to receive. Remember, these are old overtime rules. All we need is a field goal to win it. Run by Deron Daniels out to the left side. He's going to pick up about 8, maybe 9 yards on the play, and Emmanuel, who made the tackle there, is going to have to check out of the game. Here's Vickers on a run going up the middle. He's going to pick up enough for the first down to keep this drive alive. As we get an update on Emmanuel, he'll be out for the remainder of this one. Good blocking for Deron Daniels, taking that one to the left side, and that's going to get him over the 100-yard mark today. Hand off to him yet again. With this being overtime, obviously, we are not pressed for time, and we can continue to run the football and keep the defense honest. Here's a play fake now, cross looking downfield, and he's got the rookie tight end, Lawyer Dumas, the 7th round pick that we had, having his first career reception right there, and that was a big one to get us on the outskirts of field goal range, and then another 10 yards there by Lawrence Vickers. Give it to Vickers yet again. He's going right up the gut, and we are definitely in field goal range now at the 22-yard line. Bring out Brian Koch for a 39-yard game winner, and this one is going to be true. Right down Broadway, the Ravens fans cannot believe it. They had a 21-point lead in the second half and end up losing this one 45-42. Coach Brian Billick gets a little bit of revenge on his former team in this one as Orlando Cross had over 400 yards and 4 scores, able to complete the comeback this time, unlike the Cincinnati game in the last episode. Deron Daniels also 104 yards on just 13 carries. That is 8 yards a carry right there, and the receiving numbers were all pretty spread out. Jimmy Andrews led us in receiving yards, and ironically, he was one of the only ones that did not come away with a receiving touchdown in this one, as that was all spread out between 4 different guys. Maurice Sanders led us in tackles, but man, he continued to get burnt this season. We just re-signed him last offseason, but I'm starting to question that we might have to make a move in the offseason. As you see there, Orlando Cross is Offensive Player of the Week, and the Miami Dolphins have been very fascinating to me. They started the season 7-0, and they are now on a 7-game losing streak. Big game inside of the NFC. The Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears are both now 10-4, so that is good news for us as we seek to secure the 1 seed in the NFC. Again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were in prime time, and maybe it was a good idea as they took the Seahawks to overtime, where they ended up falling by a field goal, and Seattle will be our next opponent in this one. And finally, the media is on our side, predicting a victory. Seattle is the defending Super Bowl champions in this one. We already took them down 35-10 earlier in the season, though, so I know this is a team that we can take care of. We start off with the football here. It's going to be caught by Darius Floyd down the left sideline, and what a way to open this one. The first play from scrimmage is a Darius Floyd touchdown from Orlando Cross, over 80 yards on the play, and the Seahawks fans do not like it. Wayne Rivers on this new contract is a little bit underwhelming, but he will always be a hero here in Seattle. He's taking a shot deep on this play, and he's trying to match McCrossin on the first play. Luckily, Taylor made sure it was not a touchdown. Rivers trying to finish the job now on this drive, and that's exactly what he's going to do. To his fullback right there nonetheless, which Darren Gordon was on. It's not a good look for our cornerbacks today in this episode. Nice run by Vickers, picking up 9 on the play. Handoff is going to go to Deron Daniels. He takes this one upfield, picks up a first down, and a little bit more after that. Give it to him again, right up the gut, 6 yards on the play. We come out in the I formation, but we're looking to pass. Cross has got Darius Floyd looking to add on to his big day already, picking up a first down and getting us into Seahawks territory. Cross under pressure, and he's going down. Baltimore did show last week that our offensive line definitely has its vulnerabilities. We lose 9 on the play. Deron Daniels taking this one to the right side now. Tries to pull off a spin move. Doesn't work, but still picks up about 10. On third down now, Cross could not get the snap off before the play clock ran down. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty and 3rd and long, and down he goes yet again. This Seattle pass rush having a great start to this one. Dexter Thompson, Seattle's running back, is also one of the best in the league, over 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. They're going to fake the give to him now, fire a strike over in the middle to Brian Jackson. The veteran receiver is back in Seattle after spending 3 years with the Patriots. Toss play to the right here for Thompson, and he's held to just about 3 or 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up third down now, and Rivers is looking in the flat. He looks for his fullback, unable to keep his feet in bounds, though it's going to be an incomplete pass. And we are back on offense. The ball is out on the ground. Luckily, we're able to jump on top of it. I think that's our third fumble in this episode. Luckily, I think we've recovered almost all of them, besides maybe one that we had against Baltimore. Play fake now, cross rolling to his right. He's got Jimmy Andrews open downfield. That's exactly where he's looking, getting us into Seahawks territory. That's going to set up first down and 10. Vickers on a run right up the middle, picks up a few yards on the play, and now Ryan Armstrong, one of the other best middle linebackers in the league, is going to be out for the remainder of this one. Third down and 7. The Seahawks are going to send a blitz, but that's going to leave Von Lewis wide open, brought down at the 22. Into the second quarter of play, it's going to be a toss to the left for Deron Daniels. He's got some great blocking, pulls out the stiff arm, and bulldozes his way across the plane into pay dirt. Touchdown, Albuquerque Vipers, and they're going to recapture the lead. Rivers is going to be taken down. Just a clean rush out of Daryl Fannin right there, trying to win himself a Defensive Player of the Year award for the first time in his career. Pass is going to be caught by Price on the left side there, setting up third down and manageable. Rivers wants to throw for it. He's got a clean pocket, airing this one out downfield, but just a little bit out of reach for Jackson. In the I formation, now it's going to be a handoff to Daniels. He's going to bounce this one to the outside, able to hold on to the football despite the big hit there. Third down and 6 now. Cross is looking for the conversion downfield on that left side. Jimmy Andrews with the reception, able to keep his feet in bounds and keep this drive alive. Again, it's third down, and again, we're able to convert. This time, it's Brian Moore on the right side. Hand off to Daniels, not really getting the blocking that he wanted right there, though, able to push his way backwards for a couple yards, as now Warwick, another star on the Seahawks defense, is going to have to check out of the game. Cross rolling to his right under a little bit of pressure, sidearms that one to Jimmy Andrews, and that's going to get us inside of the 20. Here's a play fake now. Cross has got time, fires that one to the end zone, and I can't even tell you what he was thinking on that play, throwing that one into a crowd, just tunnel vision on that play, and a wasted opportunity, a wasted drive. Pass is going to be caught by Brian Jackson on the ensuing Seattle drive now, and they got us with offsides. They are going to decline it after getting a big play. Coming out in 5 wide, Rivers is going to step up into the pocket. He's got the rookie Sammy Price here, and that's going to pick up 6 yards. Hand off. Nope, it's actually going to be a play fake, firing that one downfield, and the rookie again comes away with the reception, getting them into Vipers territory. Dexter Thompson on a run to the left side, weaving his way through traffic, and gets out across the 30. Rivers dropping back to throw, moving around in the pocket, intercepted by Tommy Wynn. The rookie linebacker dropped a pick earlier in the video, but this time he has secure hands and gets the ball for Albuquerque. After we throw a costly red zone interception, they pretty much do the same thing. Cross with a quick throw to the left side. It's the veteran tight end Trey Francis. He gets tackled over the first down marker, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Daniels on a nice run to the right side. Great blocking by Ron White right there, getting us into Seattle's territory. Cross under a little bit of pressure. He was about to release that one, but he gets taken down. It's kind of hard to throw on the move in this game. It's 3rd and 19. Cross looking to throw again, rolling to his right. He's going to dump this one off to Jimmy Andrews, but he is not going anywhere. That's going to result in a Vipers punt, and the Seahawks would just take it to halftime. Seattle gets the football to open up the third quarter of play. They're going to start off by handing it to Dexter Thompson, who we have kept in check, surprisingly, for a lot of this game, just knowing how this Vipers run defense likes to perform. Nice pass is going to be caught in the flat by Clay Brooks, their tight end, and he's going to get out to the 35. Rivers stepping up into this one, and he's got Sammy Price. He has been very involved in the game plan so far today, gets them near midfield. Handoff is going to go to Thompson, gets away from the initial contact, and picks up 4 on the play. Coming out in the I formation on third down, going deep downfield, but great job there by Darren Gordon, blanketing their number 1 receiver, Brian Jackson, and that's going to give us the football. Seattle's trying to force a 3-and-out, though, and they will, and honestly, we're lucky it was just a 3-and-out. That pass should have been picked off. Coming out in 5 wide on the ensuing Seahawks drive, Price yet again with the reception, breaks a tackle, and gets near the 50. Looking to force a third down stop right here, and that is exactly what we're going to do, making the tackle just shy of the sticks, and now the Vipers defense comes up clutch. This has been a pretty defensive game after it opened up so strong on the offensive side with all the big plays. Cross throws over the middle, and Von Lewis was not ready for the football. It's going to fall incomplete, and Seattle once again has the ball back in their possession. Pass is going to be caught by the former Miami Dolphin, Brandon Gamble, and that's going to make it just a couple yards away from the first down marker. Taking a shot downfield, Jerry Gray, the first-round rookie, is going to come away with the pick, and it looked like he was the intended receiver on that play, as the Seahawks receiver just had no chance to go up and get that one. Daniels on a carry to the left side, pulls out the spin move, and picks up just enough for the first down. Continuing to ground and pound with Deron Daniels, the young man's going to pick up 6 yards on the play. Give it to Lawrence Vickers now, give Daniels a little bit of a breather, and he's going to make it 3rd and inches. Handoff is going to go to Ron White, and the fullback is unable to pick it up. What a stand here by the Seahawks defense. The offense remains on the field, 4th down and inches. Give it to Vickers, and the power back is going to spin forward and pick up just enough to keep this drive alive. Here's Daniels on a run to the left side, picking up about 5 yards on that one. Final play of the third quarter. Now it's going to go to Vickers. Gets away from the initial contact, runs over a second man right there. What a run, and what a way to take us into the fourth quarter of play in a tight one. Daniels on a run to the left side. It's a solid play, but unfortunately our left tackle got caught with holding. Crossfires this one to the right now. Deron Daniels, or that's Von Lewis on the play. I'm used to calling Daniels' name. He's been so busy in this one, but that's a Lewis coming down with the big play. And now Darius Floyd coughs up the football after making the reception. Smith is on top of it for Seattle, and that might just move the momentum in their direction as they look to tie this game up here in the fourth quarter. Thompson running this one right up the gut, and that's going to pick up about 5 yards. Coming out with 5 receivers now. Rivers has time, but it doesn't last forever. The Vipers defense gets home there, making a big sack and causing 3rd and 11. Again, no running back in the backfield. Pass is going to be caught by Sammy Price, and you'd think we'd be able to shut down this rookie, but no, he has been having a busy game against us. Again, Sammy Price has the reception as he's just working us over the middle. They're into our territory now. Thompson pulls out the stiff arm, but that's not going to stop Daryl Fannin from getting a big tackle for loss. 5 receivers again on this play. It's going to be caught by Brian Jackson, but shy of the first down marker. Now, do they go for it, or do they bring out the field goal unit? The offense stays on the field. 4th down and inches. Quick throw by Rivers. It's going to be caught by Brandon Gamble. Breaks the first tackle and gets out to the 15-yard line, keeping the chains moving. Rivers is going to throw this one into the flat. That's going to be caught by Clay Brooks. Tommy Wynn tried playing the football, but he just looked confused on that one. Now here's a play fake, taking a shot to the end zone here. Clay Brooks is going to get it, turns upfield, and that's going to be a Seahawks touchdown, tying this game up at 14 apiece here halfway through the fourth quarter. Or actually more than that, there's only 3 minutes left in regulation. Now ideally, we can go downfield, maybe just run Deron Daniels a little bit more and get into field goal range while running out a lot of this clock. Cross going for a big play right here. It looked like Moore had a step on his guy. Maybe he did, and just the ball just needed to be out there a little bit further. Now Seattle has a chance to work into field goal range with under 2 minutes left to play. Nice one right there by Thompson. 2nd down and 5 now. Rivers looking for a big play. It looks like they're just running Hail Mary right here. He's going for it all, but it's going to be knocked away. That brings up 3rd down and 5. Looking for the conversion, but they're not going to get it there. It's going to be dropped, it looks like, by Brian Jackson. And now we have a chance to go downfield and get into field goal range for a second time, but we have a long ways to go after they pin us inside of the 10. Under 1 minute left. Nice catch made by Burt Myers over the middle, and that's going to keep these chains moving. Looks like they didn't get on the right side of the line right there. Fumble on the play, but it's not going to matter, obviously, because we got them with an easy offsides penalty. Cross looking to take a shot deep, looking for Floyd, and he's got him breaking out of a tackle down to the 20-yard line. Darius Floyd over the century mark. Douglas is going to have to check out of the game, but we are obviously in field goal range now, and we just need to run the football and get us down to about a couple seconds left. That's exactly what we do, and for the second week in a row, we are going to win by the leg of Brian Koch, 17-14, as we sweep the Seattle Seahawks. It hasn't always been pretty in this one, but we have been getting the job done. Over 200 yards, a touchdown and a pick, and a low completion percentage for Orlando Cross. Deron Daniels, another game where he's over the century mark, and he got himself a rushing score as well. 6.5 yards per carry. Darius Floyd with a $149 and a score. Jamie Andrews did all right. Vaughn Lewis on 2 catches had 28 yards as well. Defensively, Maurice Sanders once again leading us in tackles. That's not something you want to see with a DB continuing to lead you in tackles. We got to the quarterback twice and also came away with 2 interceptions. Looking at some other big games this week, the 49ers are making a playoff push right now, while the Cardinals are making a push for the first overall pick. 31-7, San Francisco wins. The slide of the Miami Dolphins finally comes to an end. All it takes is a fourth quarter comeback against one of the worst teams in the league, and the Dolphins might just still be able to make the playoffs. And finally, in the NFC South, the Saints needed this one if they wanted to win their division against the Atlanta Falcons, who are in a tight race with them. They do get this win here over Carolina in overtime, 24-21, and the Saints are going to be our opponents in the final game of the season. And luckily, we do have home field advantage secured now throughout the playoffs. So it sounds like Coach Billick will be playing some of the starters for some of the game. He wants to keep them fresh. But knowing guys like Orlando Cross's injury history, we can't really be risking a lot of his health. He is in here on the first drive of the game as we go 3 and out. Curtis Williams is their quarterback. He has more interceptions than touchdowns, and that may explain why the Saints have been struggling. And honestly, it's kind of a wonder that they are in the driver's seat to have a home playoff game. Jermaine Greer is one of the best running backs in the league, and he's looking to get himself the rushing title with a big performance today against a historically not great run defense in the Albuquerque Vipers. Luckily, our defense is able to get a stop. We do have all of the starters out there still for both offense and defense. Rondell Vickers taking this one up the middle, coughs up the football, and we have had a lot of fumbles in this episode. No sliders are different from anything past, just a lot of fumbles so far today. Jermaine Greer trying to take full advantage of the fantastic spot that the defense got them in. He gets them into the red zone now, taking a shot to the end zone, and that's going to be caught for 6 by New Orleans. And you tell me what Maurice Sanders is doing on this play. The ball was thrown right towards him. He does not try to play the ball at all, and he just continues to dig himself a deeper and deeper hole in the doghouse that I have put him in, and we might have to make some changes in the offseason. I don't care if this game doesn't really matter. I want to see my guys out here trying. I mean, heck, look at Orlando Cross. This guy's the best quarterback in the league, and he's risking it all on 3rd and 6. It's 3rd and 6 yet again. Cross is going to throw this one to the right side, and this time Deron Daniels does get his feet in bounds. That's already going to take us to the second quarter of play, and Vickers is going nowhere, tackled for a loss of 1. So we're going to bring out Brian Koch for a 46-yard field goal attempt. His kick is up and good. We got a little bit of backups now out there on defense. We're not going to see any more of Daryl Fannin today, but we still have a couple starters out there. Just throughout the game, we're going to be slowly polling them, kind of based off of how important the coach thinks they are, such as Orlando Cross or Daryl Fannin. The Saints looking to put together a nice drive right here. Greer is going to fight his way and pick up the first down, getting them out to the 50-yard line. Curtis Williams is able to connect there with Michaels picking up a first down, but now it's 3rd and long. The defense looking to get a stop, and that's exactly what we're going to do, forcing the incomplete pass and a Saints punt. Drew Lloyd, normally our 3rd-string quarterback, is in the game, but after the comments that Lance Campbell made after the Cincinnati game, I don't really feel like starting him right now or playing him in this game. Nice connection with Brian Moore. They have worked together a lot throughout practice and whatnot, seeing as Moore is a little bit further down on the depth chart, but this is going to be an interception by Kirk Brown. He is going to go untouched for a Saints pick 6. There is a little bit of meaning for them in this game. They haven't technically won their division. They should have all the tiebreakers over Atlanta, who is 1 game behind them, but if they win this game, there is going to be no doubt, as Brian Moore is still up on his feet, fighting for every yard that he can get, trying to show off more what he can do now that he has more of a prominent role in the offense in this game. Nice catch made by the fullback, Ron White. He's still going to be playing because we don't have a 2nd-string fullback on the roster. Pass is going to be caught by Darius Floyd. Heck, he's even still in the game, and he's going to get out across the 25-yard line. Deron Daniels in the backfield. He stays in the block. Pass is going to be caught by Brian Moore. Nice reception and way to hold on at the 15-yard line. About 30 seconds left to go now in the half. Off his back foot, it's going to be caught by Jimmy Andrews, getting us inside of the 10. Under 20 seconds left to go now. Floyd taking a shot to the end zone, in and out of the hands of Jimmy Andrews. That's going to make this third down. Now Andrews under pressure and going down. The Saints are going to use a timeout, and we're going to have to bring out our kicker now to make this an 8-point game. From 35 yards out, Koch's kick is up and good. It's a one-possession game now at halftime. The Saints are going to get the football to start off the second half of play, and this one just went wrong. Bundy forcing the fumble, getting the strip sack, and he's able to recover it, giving us some phenomenal field positioning. We've gone backwards on first and second down, though. It's third down and goal, throwing on the move, and that's not a good look by the former Pitt Panther quarterback Drew Lloyd, forcing that one into coverage. It's going to be intercepted. Luckily, we do get a tackle at the 1-yard line, but no safety for us. That is Darren Douglas, going all the way downfield out to the 35-yard line. Curtis Williams firing that one to the right side. It's going to be caught by his tight end, Thomas Alexander, breaking out of a tackle and finally taken down inside of the Vipers' red zone. Toss play to the right here for Beal. The big running back is going to shake off Maurice Sanders, and it feels like every time I call this guy's name, he's getting humiliated one way or another. They're able to punch it into the end zone here with Jermaine Greer, and now we're going to pick up on the ensuing Vipers drive taking place at midfield. Throwing this one on the move, and Kirk Brown has a second interception today. Drew Lloyd showing the entire league why he was a third-string quarterback, and now Darren Douglas is getting busy, taking this one all the way to the end zone for 6, and the Saints continue to pour it on. After going 3 and out, the Saints have the football yet again. Dawson with the reception, breaks out of the tackle, and the rookie safety Rose is going to have to bring him down. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Pass is going to be caught by Thomas Alexander over the middle, and once again he gets them into the red zone as now Maurice Sanders is shaken up on the play. Goal to go now off of the play fake, firing that one to the back of the end zone, and that's going to be caught by Ed Clean, the second-string tight end. Play fake. Drew Lloyd still in the game. Throws this one. Panics. Throws it up for Lawyer Dumas. This is the rookie tight end who had that catch against Baltimore. A tackle is missed, and he's got deceivingly good speed for a tight end. Taking that one the distance, and you're going to want to hold on to that game ball right there. That's a play you're never going to want to forget. Maurice Sanders suffered a pretty bad injury actually on that play. He's going to be out for the next 2 weeks, so he'll probably be out for our first playoff game in the divisional round. Curtis Williams looking to throw to the right side. It's going to be intercepted. It's Lawrence Davis, the rookie linebacker. He's got the pick 6, and you're not going to want to lose that football. You're going to want to keep that one. First career touchdown for the backup linebacker. Here's Jermaine Greer getting busy to the right side, making Roberts look silly, and we've got pretty much an entire backup defense out there right now, and it is really showing. Yeah, we're kind of okay with it, I guess. I mean, obviously we don't want to lose, but how about we don't let them put 60 up on us? Drew Lloyd is still in the game. He's going to get this one off to Lawyer Dumas, and we're getting the third-string tight end kind of involved a lot here in the second half. Throwing this one over the middle, and it's Dumas again. The 7th-round pick has now over 100 yards today on just 3 receptions. Lloyd is going to take the snap. Here he's got a clean pocket. Fire this one deep downfield into the hands of the safety Sellers, and it is not a good look for him. In fact, on the next Vipers drive, he was benched in favor of Brian Campbell, and that might be saying a lot. Man, he's trying to make these big plays like he did back when he was at Stanford, but this is the NFL. This is why you didn't succeed when you were in Chicago as a first-round pick. This is why you are now a backup quarterback, as the backups on defense continue to get shredded. They've given up 49. Lance Campbell firing that one to the right side, and it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, Lawyer Dumas is continuing to make great plays. Campbell's got plenty of time, dumps this one off to Dumas yet again. In fact, who else would you even be throwing to at this point the way he's been cooking today? 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, taking a shot to the end zone, tipped into the hands of who else? Say it with me, Lawyer Dumas. Able to get a garbage time touchdown right there as the final score is 49-27. It really felt like Coach Billick was treating this like a preseason game, and now we know what we have at backup quarterback. Drew Lloyd is not that guy, and Lance Campbell, kind of a toxic individual right there, so we might be looking for a new backup quarterback now in the offseason, but that's for a couple episodes from now. How about Lawyer Dumas? This will go down as the Lawyer Dumas game, especially if he ends up being an impactful player in the future of the Vipers. Do not forget that name. I feel like he could make an impact in the future, because he was doing that against starters. The Saints were playing their starters this entire game. We got Larry Bundy coming away with the scoop and score that he recovered himself, or the fumble that he recovered himself. We also had the pick six. Big game inside of the NFC West, inside of our very own division right here. Winner makes the playoffs, loser goes home, and it's the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks that will have a chance to go back-to-back. Inside of the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens get a big one right here, 12-10. It was low scoring, but it was enough to get them into the playoffs. And finally, on Monday Night Football, this was a game for the division, the NFC East, and the Redskins end up winning 33-24 over the Dallas Cowboys, who could have either won their division or be watching from home. So with that all out of the way, here's a look at Wild Card Weekend, starting with the Ravens against the Browns, the early Saturday game, the late Saturday game, Eagles versus Bears, shades of the double doink. Then you got the Colts at Kansas City, who barely won their division. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. And the Seattle Seahawks squaring off against the New Orleans Saints. Looking at teams' final records around the league, the Browns won the AFC North. Of course, we saw the Ravens are a wild card team. The Bengals, despite putting all those points up on us, finished 7-9, and the Steelers, they also beat us. They went 6-10. You have the Houston Texans grabbing the 1 seed in the AFC. The Colts getting a wild card spot. The Titans actually doing surprisingly well at 8-8, and the Jags have one of the highest picks in the draft. Going over to the East, you have the New York Jets at 12-4. The Patriots, it said they were going to get a wild card spot. They ended up getting blown out by the Bills in Week 17 and missing the playoffs. It lied to them for some reason. That's happened to us before. The Bills will not be returning to the Super Bowl this season. And the Dolphins, after starting 7-0, collapsed in the second half of the season, going 1-7. The Kansas City Chiefs win the tiebreaker against the Chargers, 8-8 to take the division. Then you got the Broncos and the Raiders. Like we saw, the Bears won the North. The Lions with a winning record, but no playoffs for them. The Packers finish at 500, 6-10 for Minnesota. The Saints are the only team in the NFC South with a winning record. The Panthers and Bucks are going to have some high draft picks. Like we just saw, the Redskins barely won the East, and the Cowboys, who had a chance at taking the division, actually missed the playoffs. The Eagles get a wild card spot, and the Giants finish 4-12. Finally, in the West, of course, we're going to take that and grab the 1 seed in the NFC. The Seahawks get a wild card spot. San Francisco just barely misses out of that, and the Cardinals have the first overall pick. I also want to review how we got to this 13-3 record. Started off with a win over the Browns. Little too close for comfort against Carolina and even against Tampa Bay for most of that one. We beat the Redskins, which ended up being big for the playoffs. We beat the Packers, who could have been a playoff team, blew out the Cardinals, beat the Niners in a game we probably should have lost, blew out the Seattle Seahawks, the Falcons, beat the Cardinals in a close one. Then we suffered our first loss of the season after starting 10-0, bounced back against San Francisco before losing again in that heartbreaker at the beginning of this video. And hopefully this isn't shades of the 2020 Pittsburgh Steelers for us. Orlando Cross had the best quarterback rating across the league. He also led the league in passing yards ahead of Wayne Rivers, Aaron Rodgers, Phil Cox, and Shannon Pleasant. He also had 33 touchdowns ahead of Alex Malone, Benji Barton, Aaron Rodgers, and Wayne Rivers. When it comes to interceptions, Maguire only threw 8, but the most goes to the quarterback inside of our own division, Carlton Erickson. 11 touchdowns to 27 interceptions is insanely bad. Jermaine Greer, the running back that we just finished playing, led the league in rushing yards ahead of the Chiefs' Michael Brown. The rookie Lance Bender for the Tennessee Titans is up there, Jason Crawford, and John Martin to wrap up the top 5 there. Rushing touchdowns, Bill Sanders had 17, yet Buffalo still managed to miss out on the playoffs. Buffalo also had the leader in receptions, Kerry Little, with 102, one more than Bill Bowens. Jermaine George, Javaris Myers, you got Beal here on the Patriots. Receiving yards, Mike Cottrell had 1,300, a little bit more than John Wade, as did Jermaine George. Then he got 1,200 with Beal and Carson. Receiving touchdowns, 16 for Eddie Jackson, receiver inside of our own division. A lot of the same names up here for all these stats. Thurman Carson led the league in tackles with 164, 9 TFLs for Daryl Fannin. You're going to see a lot of Vipers up here. When it comes to TFLs, the user team typically seems to get a lot of those. 19 sacks for Watkins. I think 2 or 3 of those came against Cross earlier in this video. In fact, you have 3 guys here with 19 sacks. You got 18 here for Agnew, 16 for the former Viper Jesse Baker, tied with Daryl Fannin. Most interceptions is going to go to this Steelers player, Skip Carruffle. Darren Gordon had 7 interceptions at the midway point of the season. I thought he might break the record. Instead, he doesn't get any over the last 2 episodes. Taking a closer look at our own stats, we already saw a lot of what Orlando Cross did. Lance Campbell came in relief of Orlando Cross a couple times and didn't play fabulous, but definitely better than Drew Lloyd in that last game against New Orleans. The completion percentage a little bit low for our quarterback as well. Only sacked 23 times, so not bad at all, honestly. Deron Daniels just barely finished over 1,000 yards. You'll love to see it. He also had 7 touchdowns. He did fumble the football 5 times, though, along a 75. Vickers, a little bit disappointing when it came to the signing, but Daniels ended up being so good, so maybe a blessing in disguise. He came away with 6 touchdowns. The rookie Craig Roberts, a $186 and a score. Cross got into the end zone using his legs twice, as did fullback Ron White. Lance Campbell run the football a couple of times as well. Receiving wise, Jimmy Andrews led us in every category, it looks like. Almost 1,000 yards for him and 8 touchdowns. The free agent Darius Floyd had 800 yards and 6 scores in his first year in Albuquerque. Von Lewis with over 400 yards and 7 touchdowns. The rookie out of Portland State, Brian Moore, 600 yards, 2 scores for him. Burt Myers, the UDFA, in his second season wasn't bad. Deron Daniels was a good receiving threat as well. We got our tight end Trey Francis. Lawyer Dumas, most of that production coming in that final game against New Orleans. Ron White got involved in the receiving game as well. Looking at the defensive side of things, Maurice Sanders, 69 tackles to lead the team. I don't like that we have a bunch of DBs up here when it comes to tackles, but Tommy Wynn is up here as well. We already saw that we're going to have a lot of tackles for loss. Of course, Fannin led us in sacks. Roger Long was second. Then you got Javon Anthony, J.J. Jones. Justin Williams on a couple of cornerback blitz was pretty effective as well. Of course, Gordon is going to lead the team in picks. You got Gray with 5, tied with the rookie Tommy Wynn, so a couple of rookies up there. Obviously, a lot of DBs like you would expect in this category. Let's see, catches allowed 56 from Maurice Sanders. He definitely had a down season, and we will see what the future has in store for him. Passes deflected, he also led us in that category, probably because he kept getting targeted. We also forced a good number of fumbles, recovered 4 of them. And then I think we got 5 defensive touchdowns this season. Brian Koch was perfect yet again for us, 22 out of 22 for field goals, and I believe he hit every extra point. Indeed he did. I also want to shout out our punter, Todd Washington, over 50 yards per punt. He punted 37 times. Luckily, we didn't have to punt a ton, but when we did, he was effective. Harold White, as our kick return man, had over 1,000 yards. No touchdowns this season, though, which means he's not going to the Pro Bowl. For punt return, he also had just over 100 yards. And now we get to take a look at award winners. I'm seeing this for the first time just now, and Orlando Cross is a 6-time MVP, as you see up there in the top left. An NFL record, obviously, when it comes to that. He just beat out the Texans running back Jason Crawford, as well as their quarterback Alex Malone, Aaron Rodgers of the Indianapolis Colts, and Eugene Antwin, who was a former Vipers player. As we look up here, we drafted him, and he didn't do a whole lot for us. Played some with Detroit. This is his first year in Miami, but he came away with 12 sacks, 4 interceptions. I think he had 8 forced fumbles, 3 fumbles recovered, so definitely deserved to get all that recognition. Jason Crawford comes away with Offensive Player of the Year honors, and Blake Flowers comes in 5th, another former Albuquerque Viper who didn't do a lot for us, but he's been crazy efficient for the Jets. Obviously, Eugene Antwin is going to win Best Defensive Player, and I'm kind of disappointed that Daryl Fannin did not find himself on this list. Steelers running back Roman Howard is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. A season-ending injury injury, but luckily it doesn't look like that hurt him too badly. It was towards the end of the year. A lot of young running backs in the league right now, which is exciting to see. Oakland's Landon Tucker finished as the best defensive rookie, all middle linebackers or outside linebackers in this category, but no Tommy Wynn for us. I feel like he deserved to be on this list. Now looking at what are essentially the all-pros this season, Orlando Cross obviously is the MVP, is going to make it. Jason Crawford is going to be the all-pro running back. If you're having two running backs, Bill Sanders is there as well. Jermaine George and Eddie Jackson, and maybe even Bill Bowens are your receivers. I don't remember how many are on the all-pro team, if it's 2 or 3. The offensive line is pretty much just all us and the Houston Texans. Defensively, another former player of ours, Antrell Wilson, who, not gonna lie, I kind of regret letting go, but at this point he's been gone for so long that it doesn't really matter anymore. Jesse Baker also formerly played for us, and he's an all-pro. And if we're going to be counting the interior of the defensive line as well, obviously we will be. Daryl Fannin also has a spot on that all-pro team. Antwin's going to be one of the all-pro linebackers here, and I guess you can just make your pick of these guys who you think deserves it most to be on that team. Josh Devine of the Tennessee Titans is going to be the best DB and the all-pro strong safety. A lot of safeties, in fact, it's all safeties for the best DB list. And Brian Koch, with no missed kicks, is your all-pro kicker. And finally for the Vipers, Brian Billick wins Coach of the Year. Since we have a first-round bye, we're just going to be simming the wild card. Cleveland takes down Baltimore, as they should. These teams split the series earlier in the year, but it's Cleveland, the division winner, that moves on. On Saturday night, it's the Chicago Bears who win a game where not a single touchdown was scored. It was all field goals. 12-3 is the final. Let's take a look at these kickers because they're the real MVPs of this one. I would consider this game to be a slight upset. I know Kansas City had the home field advantage, but Aaron Rodgers and the Colts just year and year again seem to fall on their face when it comes to the playoffs, and time is starting to run out for Aaron Rodgers. You gotta wonder if this was maybe his last game. And finally, the Seattle Seahawks go down to New Orleans, put together a massive third quarter, and end up winning this one by 7, 31-24. 2 touchdowns for Wayne Rivers, and the defending Super Bowl champions are going to be moving on to the divisional. And since they are the only wild card team that won, that means we're going to be playing them for the 3rd time this season. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leaving a thumbs up is always appreciated, and let me know if you're excited for the playoffs down below in the comments. Until next time, this has been Jeffrey.